Well, hi friends. I kind of wanted to do a quick pregnancy update just to kind of let you guys know how I'm doing because I know there's been a few people who have reached out and asked how the pregnancy is going. Um, so I am 40 weeks today, and a lot has happened in the last 3 weeks. Um, some things maybe you saw the short that I put up. I think I did. Um, Around 36 and 6 or 37 weeks, I was walking in the backyard, and we have a little dirt area that the kids like to dig holes in, and I couldn't see my feet, so I fell pretty badly. Thankfully, baby is fine, but there was a very loud, audible pop in my left ankle, and my husband actually, thankfully, he works from home. He had to come out and get me. The kids had to go inside and get him out of work because I couldn't get up. So that took a few days of using a walker. Thankfully, my in-laws were able to grab one from some people at church for a few days, and I had to use a little walker. That was fun. I had it wrapped up. I was using my little injury salve that I make, and in 24 hours, the swelling had significantly gone down. At about 48, 72 hours, the bruising, the internal bruising of my ankle started to seep out and heal, so that was fun. If you want to see pictures and photos of that, I do have it on my Instagram account, which is linked below. A little updates on before and after and so forth. But here we are, 3 weeks later, because I'm 40 today. That was around 37. I am walking, thankfully. But last week, it's been 8 days now. I got home from church, and all of a sudden that afternoon, I was sick. This has been the worst cold that I've ever had in my life. It just immediately started in my lungs. It was dark green and took several days to even get that out. And then it became a head cold, which you might be able to hear now. So I've been battling that as well. Been using all the things that we have, the elderberry syrup, the lung and chest congestion, which works fabulously to dry my lungs out and even help with my nasal congestion, but also like the chest congestion salves that I make. I was putting it here, but also around here, and that was helping me breathe. But let's be frank, pregnant with a bum ankle, because it was still healing. It's not fully healed yet. 3 weeks later, it still hurts. And this was last week. And then adding in the cold from wherever, it is definitely knocked me back some. I'm absolutely and utterly exhausted. Not really getting much done around the house, hence I haven't really been doing anything on social media or otherwise other than trying to get the blog up and going and the new website. Here I am drinking my coffee to stay awake. It is about almost 2 in the afternoon, and it's hard to be vertical right now. But that is pretty typical, I would say, around 40 weeks. But then you add in this and the ankle, and it's a lot for my body right now, which is unfortunate considering this has still been the best pregnancy I've ever had. For those of you who don't know, I am 39 years old, and this is our 5th child, our 6th pregnancy total. We did lose the one before this to an early miscarriage. My best pregnancy to end like this is a little disheartening. I am praying that the baby holds off a little while longer still, because no one wants to bring a newborn into this. So far, it was actually my husband who was sick first by 3 days, and then I just got hammered. My kids have all been fine. I think 2 of them may have had a runny nose for a day, so thankfully baby does come. It's more like just me at this point that is still symptomatic. It's dissipating, but it's still problematic. You can probably tell it's a little harder for me to breathe. I did have my little oxygen meter next to me those first few days just to make sure that I was getting enough oxygen and didn't need to actually seek medical attention, because that's not something to play with, especially when somebody else is relying on my breathing. So I feel like I'm through the worst of it, hence here me giving an update. We're still ready for the home birth. Again, praying that I continue to hold out like I normally do. I normally hold over 2 days to a week, I think. Yeah. So I think the chances of me holding off another couple days are good. But if not, we are prepared, we are ready, and we'll deal with it. We'll have a new baby. We'll find out if it's a girl or a boy, which I'm excited about. That's the only thing I think keeping me going right now, is knowing that that's down the road. The garden has not been put to rest, has not been sown. It's sitting there for 3 weeks, basically untouched, and it's killing me. I have garlic to plant. The peas that I did plant, some of them got eaten already, so I really need to get those going again. Thankfully, we're in a very non-harsh climate. Excuse me. It does snow, not necessarily at our elevation, but the higher elevation it does. But it can here. But it's not like the northern states that get hammered. No. So I do still have some give on my dates for everything, and I'm trying to be okay with the fact that I may not have a fall and winter garden. It kind of breaks my heart, and I know I will be happier if I get out there and do it, but at the same time, I am, like I said, I'm not vertical very easily right now. I love this. So, the kids have been holed up in the house with me because I'm just too exhausted to go anywhere. Well, shouldn't be going anywhere while I'm sick. But even the backyard is very hard for me right now. Just, I'm a little gun shy on the walking in the backyard now with the holes, because that was not fun. And being pregnant, you can't really take anything or do anything. And let's face it, natural medicine does help with pain and inflammation and healing, but an acute trauma, sometimes you want something a little stronger. And that just wasn't an option, unfortunately. For those of you wondering, no, I did not go in. I did not have an x-ray. I did not have anyone look at it. I feel that I'm more than capable of feeling and understanding what is happening with my body. I did do a little bit of research on, your tendons and ligaments and your bones and all of that, just to kind of make sure I wasn't missing anything. But, no, I'm fine. I'm walking, not walking funny. There's no lingering effects. If there had been something that had happened that made me feel like maybe I broke something, or if it just wasn't healing, then yeah, we would have considered going in. But in the world today, and with being pregnant, I really didn't want to have x-rays done unless I really felt there was something truly wrong. And pain wasn't a reason to go in either, because it was bad. I didn't sleep that night at all. But I had to think of the baby. Yes, stress and cortisol levels and everything like that as well played a factor. But the next day, it had started to subside. So that was my way of thinking. I didn't want to subject the baby to x-rays. They wouldn't do anything else necessarily. Because of the pregnancy, I wouldn't have accepted pain medication, so there really was no reason to go in unless several days down the road it was still off, then we would have gone. But no, thankfully, everything's healing fine. There is still lingering pain. Every once in a while you get like that nerve pain, so I can tell there was damage and it's coming back to life. It's quite a shock when it happens. But thankfully, everything's going well. And thankfully, the cold is starting to dissipate very slowly, but surely. If you're curious, like I had mentioned, the elderberry syrup that I make and the lung and chest congestion, it really did help clear up. So I wasn't choking on the phlegm anymore. And also adding like high dose vitamin C. There is some controversy with that. With pregnancy, there's some people that say that it makes your placenta sticky. Given birth many times in the cold and flu season, taking vitamin C high, and I've never had an issue. So just look into that if that's something that you're concerned about. Increasing the vitamin D. I always take my magnesium. Things like that. And then just making sure to get rest, which is hard when you're caring for other children. But it's been a TV kind of few weeks for them, unfortunately. So, mom fail, TVs, because I fall and I get sick. But this stuff I have to prepare for baby too at the same time. And then my energy will come back, hopefully. So, if you want any more information on stuff that I've taken, leave a message in the comments, or go down to the website in the description and you can look at the products that I've talked about. If you're local, you can order the syrups. I'm not shipping those. The salves I can ship. But on my blog that I just started, I'm starting to write how-to tutorials. There's like the elderberry, there's a quick tutorial, even on YouTube. It's in my little new playlist, but the recipe and everything is on there if you want to make it yourself. Same thing with herbal oils. It's just the start. I'm going to start teaching on how to make the salves and how to make tinctures and all that kind of stuff so you can have your at-home medicinal arsenal. Then next time I do a video will most likely be the home birth story. I think today's the 9th, so I think I'll hold over till probably the 13th. That's my guess. And just for the record, I think it's a boy. We'll see. So, stick around, subscribe, follow, hit that little alert button thing if you want to be alerted for that video when it comes out, probably in the next couple weeks. I'll try to do it not too long after the birth, but I also want to relax a little bit too. So, I will talk with you soon. Bye.